All right, and welcome back to The Lead Word. This is your host, Trey Daubert. Along with me, as always, Chad Bauman. Today is Wednesday, May 26th, 2021. And today, once again, we have producer Courtney joining us. But I do have an interesting side tangent here, Chad. I do have an
I think I
interesting
know.
side tangent.
I think I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
You mentioned in the Slack earlier. Nobody made any posts, and then you mentioned Survivor, and now like everyone's cranking them out.
Well, it was gonna be my second side tangent, but isn't it weird how that worked? Nobody got a post done until noon today. And when I said something, now there's 12 up on the site.
Who did the
With,
first
with
post, and was
within
that before
within
you
three
mentioned Survivor?
within 3 hours, there's 12, but nobody got one done before noon. That's weird, isn't it?
Would you? Maybe not. People could have been at work or stuff, class, maybe. Maybe we just got like I don't know, maybe like the interns. We got a bunch of people like taking morning classes, so they're like, "Oh, I'm done with class now. Let me get a post or two done, maybe."
What did you think of Survivor? Because I didn't get your thoughts on it.
I loved it. It was very much. It was very fun. I wish I had a vote. I should have got a vote.
It wouldn't have mattered if you would have voted for the same person that got voted off.
Yeah, but it would have been more special. He
Mm.
would have had more votes.
Does Courtney have any thoughts on the Survivor before I say my 2 cents on it? I don't know if Courtney even watched it.
I'm sorry. I watched a little bit of it. Um, I think I liked it. I think it's a way for everybody
Is it
to.
an asshole move by Trey, or is it a smart move by Trey?
It's a
Or is
smart
it a
move.
mixture of both?
It's a smart move. At first,
Okay.
I was like, when you said it, I was like, oh, that's kind of like scary. But then I'm like, no, okay, yeah, that's smart. Because you got to push people sometimes, and that's the way to push them.
This is all I'm doing all day,
Unfortunately,
just pulling strings.
yeah. Sorry,
Well,
that's
we
what you
know
got
the
to
guy that
do.
got voted off. We know the guy that got voted off saw it.
You know what was the craziest part? Uh, in his email, it said, "Unlike you, I have no hard feelings." But then more than 24 hours later, he made sure to comment on the video. So it turns out he did have hard feelings.
I
I
have
just think
hard
it's
feelings.
hilarious. You definitely have hard feelings. I do not.
I
I will
take
not lose.
everything personal.
Well, so do I, but I won't lose a single ounce of sleep on it.
Oh, I won't lose sleep, but I'd still have hard feelings.
Now, see, this leads me to my second question because the guy's comment, it actually said, um, good luck with the volunteer work, but technically we've made 6 people, I guess, contracted employees, and it'll be 7 once Courtney begins the StreamYard account. So I just wanted your thoughts on that, Chad.
Um, I don't know. I mean, he
Because the
knew what he
guy's the
signed.
guy's comment, it said good luck with the volunteer work, but I don't know if you saw Cheese yet, but the first 5 minutes of Cheese detail every single person that'll start being paid.
I saw Sophie's clip. I didn't see the full show yet, but I saw Sophie's clip.
It was one of the. It was
Title
maybe.
cards.
I watched it at minimum 100 times.
I just love when like Emma's title card comes up, not a Rangers fan. Like I don't even care about hockey, but that's just so funny. It's like if all the things that could have been said about Emma, just not a Rangers fan. Um, but no, I think look, I mean, if you want to make fun of us for being like a low, I'm not even I want to say small market, but we're not really a market sports media company yet. It's whatever. I mean, we're out here doing stuff unlike you, even when you were with us, weren't making posts. Um, plus, I think it's not like he didn't know what he was getting into when he signed up. Like, no one here is getting paid. Like, shit, you're not getting paid. Like,
Exactly.
it's like, good luck with your volunteer work. Like, and he said, like, you showed us his email when he left. Like, or no, he says it in his thingamajiggy, the comment I think on the YouTube post. oh, I was just something to do for fun. But then he's like, good luck with the volunteer work. Well, was it something to do for fun or did you want to get paid? Like you gotta help me help you, guy. Like you can't be mad about both.
I detailed a lot of it on cheese, but it's the most delusional email I've ever gotten in my life. But here's the second part of the question here, Chad, because we have to figure out what we want to do with Courtney.
You mean as a producer, right?
No, as a fucking landscaper.
Well, we've had this conversation.
No. There's a new part of the equation here, Chad. Because Courtney's going to be running the StreamYard account for Tandemonium, right?
I don't know what that is, but okay.
We're going live.
Shows how much Chad pays attention around here. Do we want Courtney to do a StreamYard for the fantasy football show? Or do you want Courtney to be the producer of this show? That is a decision you have to make. Because regardless, once Courtney is in the mix with the StreamYard thing, she will be the number 7 person that gets added.
I'm so confused because you said that. Well, first, we've already talked about this. You were like, oh, we have to decide Courtney's compensation. And I was like, okay, Courtney can have $1,000 a month. And you're like, no, I can't do it. So, I mean, we've already talked about this. I don't mind Courtney. I would be
that
more
wasn't
than happy
the answer to the question.
Oh, you see, but you didn't let me finish. We've already talked about this. I'd be more than happy to have Courtney be our producer. But then also you told me that the new intern we have coming in hot, you said that he has to be our producer because
no, he needs things to do. Is what I said. He needs things to do.
Right. Well, I mean, that would be the easiest thing for him to do. I don't want to say it'd be easy for him to be our producer because I feel like that makes it feel like it's cheap. Cheapens the experience. But
so, would you rather Courtney be the StreamYard person for the fantasy football show?
It's not that I would rather. It just seems like that's just how it has to break down. Courtney if she has to do that because we need what's his face to be our producer so he can get his hours in.
Does Courtney even like fantasy football?
I never really got into it, but I'm willing to learn. Great answer.
Can't tell. I don't know if Courtney even likes us. I got to be honest.
Trey. I like you guys because I wouldn't if I didn't want to do this anymore. I would have been gone.
That's a good point. Touche.
See,
she'd have been on the bus with Alex with Ramirez.
No, she would have been traveling the world with Bridget.
Oh yeah, she did say that's what she was gonna do.
Yeah, traveling the world.
Bridget's in like Mozambique right now, just like chilling. I don't know where Bridget went.
So that's the plan. Speaking of which, we need to figure out what happened with that Twitter account. Do you have access to it?
Oh, the one Bridget made?
Yeah, for the show clips. This is such a fucking mess.
No.
I can ask her. She was like, if you need anything, just let me know. So
you guys talked?
Yeah, before she left.
Well, there we go.
I honestly
she remembers it.
We'll see.
Now, here's another question I have for you, Chad. Courtney, where do you live?
I live in Reno, Nevada right now.
See, that's interesting, Chad.
Why?
Well, I part of the reason why, or when we go to Vegas, I'm going to be looking for office spaces. I need a tour guide of someone that knows the area.
Oh, I'm going to be there in Reno, July,
not
though.
Vegas.
I'm moving back in July, so.
To where?
To Vegas.
So you don't even have to take a plane. You don't have to do nothing.
Nope. Just drive on back. Tour guide right there.
So are you willing to be our tour guide?
Yeah. Explore my city.
I more so need like, hey, this would be a good place to put an office. these are the things around the area of the office. Here's a good pool deck so you can party, Trey. Like those sort of things.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
But I don't know if Courtney even likes us, so we'll have to.
When Courtney gets paid and she gets her own title card, it's just gonna be like Courtney Plummer, Trey's real estate agent for Las Vegas.
That could be it. So does Courtney even want to hang out with us in Vegas? I don't know.
Well, I haven't partied. Well, okay, I take that back. Sorry. Shut up. Yes, I can show you guys around the strip. Show
Okay.
you the hot spots.
All right, those are my side tangents, Chad.
I don't have any side tangents, so
Okay.
I'm good.
What are we talking about today? Julio Jones.
Yes, it seems like the only sports-worthy thing to talk about. I mean, unless you want to talk about, the NBA playoffs. I know you're not like a basketball fan anymore. You're only about hockey.
Well, we can make that a topic.
Okay.
How do you feel about Chad becoming a hockey guy?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not going to happen.
Well, how do we make it happen?
I don't know. I'd have to start watching hockey, and I rarely watch TV, so I guess it would have to be on, and then I'd have to watch it.
So you're a lost cause.
I've been to a couple of hockey games.
I'm trying to reel people into like realizing that playoff hockey greater than playoff basketball. We need to recruit more people into this. I know Courtney won't join in because she's like a hardcore 2K gamer.
No, I'm a hardcore basketball though, but 2K gamer, oof, don't like that game at all.
That's not what I heard. The rumor in the street is you're like one of the top 50 players of 2K of all time.
Ugh. My player is literally like a 69. No. No
so you
more
play.
than a 70.
See? You play.
When it first came out, okay, you caught me, but when it first came out, and then after that, no. Only did it for the WNBA, and that sucks. So there's that.
Fair. Chad, watch a couple hockey games, report back to me, and then you're going to be like, wow, this is way better than playoff basketball.
I've been to a couple of hockey games.
Well, we're going in Vegas. We're going to the Knights game.
Sounds good.
Okay. Julio Jones. I'm letting you lead off because this is what you wanted to talk about.
Well, where do you think he's going to go? That's the whole point. I have a couple places.
Where do you think he's going to go?
I have a place that I think that no one's talking about, but I feel like they're definitely in the mix for him. Because I don't think they really have anybody else.
Let's hear it.
Because we talked about this offseason how like the Colts kind of need to need that extra little weapon, throw a little bit extra spice into the dish there. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure they have all their picks and everything, so it's not like they couldn't get the deal done.
So that's your guess, Indianapolis.
I think it would make some sense for them to say, hey, we're pretty much a wide receiver away from busting this thing open. Let's go get Julio. And then Carson Wentz will have a really good wide receiver.
You just want that for fantasy.
I mean, does it help me in fantasy? Yes. But is that the only reason why I thought of it? No.
No, that's the only reason why you thought of it. Oh, I had both guys for fantasy. Let's double dip here. Yep.
Oh, you know what? I forgot I had Julio for a second. Not gonna lie.
Do you want to hear my landing spot?
Who?
I don't even want this to happen because it would kill this person's fantasy value. San Francisco. San Francisco already gave up some draft picks. Why not go all the way the fuck in on Julio Jones, get him a number one receiver? They got George Kittle with that defense. Coached him in Atlanta.
That would kill whose fantasy value?
Debo. That would suck for him.
Oh, okay. At first, I thought you were saying Trey Lance, and I was like, well,
no. That would be awesome for him, but For Deebo Samuel, that would suck.
Yeah, I forgot you had him. How long do you have him for?
Just this year.
Okay. Yeah, that would be good for Julio. It would be definitely suck for Deebo Samuel, and I mean San Fran. I mean they were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, so they could be in an all-in kind of mode. That would make sense. I've been hearing the Eagles thrown around. I don't want them to trade for
What is
Julio.
wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Nobody's been saying Philadelphia.
No, I've seen that on a couple.
No. It's just your crazy Philadelphia sports radio talk shows. That's where you see it.
Oh no, I saw it on ESPN.
No way. Don't believe it.
I'll pull it up right now.
You're gonna pull up an article and it says WFA or not WFAN. The Philly Fanatic Sports Radio talk. That's where the article's from.
All right, this is on NFL Network or NFL.com. No. 1 second.
Should we play some like music? The Jeopardy music? No? Any day now, chat.
I'm looking, man. Shut up.
We gotta at least talk. Nobody wants to listen to you stare at a phone.
Well, you can talk. You got a voice.
What do you think of Tennessee?
What's his face? AJ Brown. I think he tweeted something the other day. He was like, "Yo, come through."
Yeah.
So I mean, it would be good for him. It would help. It would help them make up for Tannehill being a quarterback.
I've also seen something about maybe the Patriots. I wouldn't want to go there if I'm Julio.
Okay, so this is NBC Sports.
Okay.
Darius Slay wants Eagles to trade for Pro Bowl wide receiver.
That does not fucking count.
That does count. That does not count.
That does not count. Would you think it counts if James Robinson came to the media and said, Jaguars want to trade for Julio Jones? No, does not count. No.
Yes, I would. Because that means he's in the team's ear. He's like, yo, get me this guy. Darius Slay is one of the higher played Eagles on the team right now. If he could be in Howie Roseman's ear, like, yo, hook up, Howie.
What do we think of the Patriots? I wouldn't want to go there if I'm Julio.
Neither would I.
The quarterback situation's too unpredictable.
I would agree with that. I think it's hard. I wouldn't want to go there because like New England kind of just they're no fun. That would be one. Two, I wouldn't want to go there because it's like the quarterback situation too, but they're not good at all at utilizing or drafting wide receivers. Like they had Chad Johnson and then he got cut before the preseason was over. You know, I think the last good wide receiver they had that wasn't, you know, some random white lacrosse player type guy was Randy Moss. And that's just because it was Randy Moss.
I feel like Courtney's not a big football fan, but she loves Chad Johnson.
I love Chad Johnson. Everybody should love Chad Johnson. He's the best follow on Twitter, hands down.
Yeah, he does say some crazy things on Twitter, and he got a show. I remember that.
Courtney, no advertising the competition.
Okay, sorry. I was like 2008 or something. It was a long time ago.
I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. What are your thoughts on Shannon Sharpe? That situation.
He's a major fucking asshole.
That's your only thoughts on it?
I mean, did they tell him that they were live on the air?
No, the story came out today that Julio did not know he was live on air.
Yeah, that's just
which technically I guess Krieg's Corner wrote a post on it today. Fox and Sharpe are in like big time trouble, and if Julio wants, he can sue the hell out of them.
I would sue. He's like,
I mean,
no, you make.
I would say the team might even have a case, right? Because you're tampering with one of their employees.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I
you're
think the
fucking
tampering-
you're fucking with the trade value.
It's not the same though. I think so like,
Well, Fox is a TV provider of the NFL too. It's kind of fucked.
I don't know exactly how it works. I know like tampering is usually like between like organizations. So
But
inside the NFL,
a TV provider, it's got to be connected somehow.
I don't know how that would work. I don't think they could be hit for like tampering or anything like that. But I think if I'm Julio,
Well, first
I'm
of all,
definitely suing
Shannon
because
Sharpe, that guy sucks on TV anyway. I'd fire him.
I think if anything, I think it's
That should be a fireable offense.
no, they won't fire him for it because now everybody's talking about Fox. They're like, oh, did you see Shannon Sharpe show?
Yeah, but it's
like,
not
people are
legal.
Googling this shit.
It's not legal.
They don't care. They're getting paid for it unless they get sued. Then they might care. We'll see what happens. What was I? He interrupted me. Now I can't remember what I was about to say. Damn it! You got me all messed up.
Well, that's what happens because you wake up at 3 o'clock every day.
I work at night. I can't help it.
Courtney, I'm going to start including Courtney in a lot of the discussions. Courtney, what are your thoughts on Chad Bauman waking up at 3 p.m. every day?
What time do you get off? Because that's like the question.
He gets off at like midnight.
1:30.
Okay, 1:30.
But I don't go to sleep.
That's a long
6.
time. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he chooses to stay up until like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Dog, would you want to get off work and then immediately go to bed? No.
Yes.
I need
Yes.
to decompress. No, I need
because
to
it's like sleeping is your decompress right there.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like I need to shut the brain down. I need to do something that's not work related. Like otherwise I'd be sleeping angry. I'd be like, you fuck these people that I have to talk to at my job. Can't stand these motherfuckers. And I'd be all angry going to sleep. And then I would be not well rested. I'd wake up all tired because I'd be all angry in my sleep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you have any do you have anything else on Julio?
If I can remember what I was going to say before Trey kept interrupting me like 12 different times.
That never happened.
It always happens. You always interrupt me.
No, I do not.
What was I going to say? I don't remember. I'll remember as
Didn't
soon
the
as we stop
Cowboys
recording.
sue them too or something? Like,
Yeah, because Julio said that he doesn't want to go to Dallas because he wants to win.
Oh, yeah. No, now I remember what I said. Apparently, though, we need better media members like Schefter and Rappaport. Nobody broke it that apparently Julio's been trying to get traded since the beginning of the offseason.
Yes.
But the only reason why he hasn't been traded yet, I guess, is because the Falcons won a first rounder for him, which I would give up a first rounder for Julio.
I would not.
I would.
No. Because you have to eat the contract too.
So I don't know what his contract is.
A lot. It's one thing to trade for the guy. It's another thing to trade for the guy and then eat the contract. Can't do it. Courtney, that's just as the producer. How much money does Julio Jones make next year, or in the contract or whatever?
okay, give me one.
People said that would be a problem for Carson Wentz's contract. That didn't turn out bad for him.
That's a quarterback. We're talking about a 32-year-old wide receiver that was injured last year.
Okay. Randy Moss went on. Randy Moss had one of his best years of his career after being 32.
Yeah, but he wasn't getting paid anything.
That's on him. That's his fault.
And he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, but he was bad before he went to New England.
Yeah, it was just the Raider curse.
Stop making excuses for Randy Moss, Trey.
Let's hear it, Courtney.
Before the 2019 season, He signed a 3-year deal for $66 million. So
You're paying a wide receiver $22 million a year.
Yeah, because it's Julio Jones,
It's a lot.
and I want to see him have 50 touchdowns with like the Colts.
Because you have him in fantasy.
Now that I realize I have him in fantasy, yes.
That's too much money. You can't give up a draft pick and pay him $22 million. It's too much.
Okay, well, let's say Julio doesn't get traded because apparently the Falcons want a first-round pick. Does he sit out?
No.
Why not? He's got his money. Julio's been in the league forever.
I don't know. I feel like he wants out because he wants to win, not because like the Falcons are toxic.
That's fair.
Like if Julio Jones played for the Texans right now, might have a different story.
So since we're talking about if you want to talk about it real quick, since we're talking about toxic relationships in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers is in Hawaii.
Yeah.
The Packers are not in Hawaii. He missed OTAs, but to be fair, like all of the starting wide receivers also missed OTAs.
Why is this even a story?
Deal?
Who cares?
I'm just saying, is it a big deal considering what we know about the Packers and Aaron Rodgers? Because Aaron Rodgers also came out and said it doesn't have anything to do with like, what did he say? He said something. It doesn't have anything to do with like the players that have been drafted and things like inside.
Here's my thing.
He said it just said it's organ. See, he interrupted me again. So I told you do it all the time. He said it has to do with like organizational differences. Which I don't know what the
Nope.
No, I'm not. I don't know what the organizational differences would be, other than them not drafting players.
I'm allowed to talk now.
You have my permission to talk. Yes.
Okay. Here's my thing.
Now I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers is the MVP of the league. Do we think he doesn't know the playbook? Like, do we think he needs to work on chemistry? What are we talking about here? People skip OTAs all the time. Are we worried about Aaron Rodgers not knowing the offense?
I'm not saying specifically.
I mean, what are we doing here?
I'm not saying
He
specifically.
makes up
Aaron
shit
Rodgers.
anyway. He makes up his own plays anyway.
Again, I'm not saying specifically Aaron Rodgers, but there's obviously beef with the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. He wants out.
Yeah.
Now you have Devontae Adams. I think the running back
Aaron Jones.
All of their like starting wide receivers and skill players are also not there for OTAs right now. Is this part of the Aaron Rodgers effect? Like he's disgruntled, now they're disgruntled. Aaron Rodgers comes out, he says, I'm not mad because they're not drafting the right players. I'm just mad because we have irreconcilable that's not his actual words. He's like, I'm mad because we have irreconcilable differences within the front office. Like he just doesn't like philosophy or something like that. Is that the Aaron Rodgers effect? Now everybody's pissed off because of Aaron Rodgers.
Am I allowed to speak now?
You have my permission to speak, yes.
Okay. I mean, I just think the Green Bay Packers, like, this is how they operate. I think Devontae Adams isn't there because he's a free agent next year, and I don't think they're going to keep him.
Okay. Thought it would be interesting to talk about.
I still would trade him.
Adams or
they may as well blow the whole fucking thing up.
Let me ask you this. What do you think the problem is with Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, considering he says it's not the players?
I think it's sort of a lack of respect thing. Like, they don't re-sign Corey Linsley. They don't draft any receivers to get him any help. But
he's already said it's not the players, though. He said it has nothing to do with the players taken.
I think it's got to be something like that.
So you think he was just lying? He's like,
I think it's I think he thinks it's a philosophy thing. He sees Tampa Bay going all out for Tom Brady. They'll get him Antonio Brown. They'll get him, I don't know, all these weapons or sign guys in free agency. Somehow Green Bay doesn't have any money.
oh, and Courtney gave us his quote.
Yeah, read
History
that
is important. History is important. Legacy of so many people who've come before you, but the people, that's the most important thing. People make an organization, people make a business, and sometimes that gets forgotten. Culture is built brick by brick, the foundation of it by the people, not by the organization, not by the building, not by the corporation. It's built by the people. So basically, he's just like, these fucking guys in the front office, I don't like them.
Yes.
How fast do you lose your job if you're such an unlikable person that you literally drove Aaron Rodgers out of the franchise?
I don't think
How
he
are
will
you
lose
not
his
already
job.
fired?
I don't think he will lose his job.
I'm just saying, how are you not already fired? Like, you're such a prick that you've basically forced Aaron Rodgers to be like, fuck it, trade me.
I don't think he will lose his job.
I think he should be fired.
That's not the question, though.
Yeah. If I was in charge, I'd be like, yo, hey man, Aaron don't like you. You gotta kick rocks. Like, get out.
You wouldn't have drafted Jordan Love, though.
But again, Jordan Love's not the reason why. When I read that quote, basically Aaron Rodgers is like, I just hate this fucking guy's personality.
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to be here.
It doesn't look like he's got a plan, that GM. You can't make sense of what he does. Apparently, there was a story that came out that the Packers really wanted Justin Jefferson. When he got picked, they're like, well, we got to trade up for Jordan Love. How do those two things correlate?
They thought Jordan Love was going to play wide receiver.
like it's insane. Do we have any other talking points? Long enough episode.
I don't have any. I don't have anything else.
Yeah. Courtney, do you have any closing thoughts?
No. I hope Shannon Sharpe loses his job. I mean, I'm sorry,
yes!
I shouldn't say that.
Yes. Yes. We're already molding Courtney.
He won't, though.
Vicious.
He won't, though. I guarantee he doesn't lose his job. He might get fined. That's about it.
Suspended.
Nah, he'll get fined. That'll be it.
Take him off the air for 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's probably damn near like the LeBron of the.
They'll dock him.
Don't even get me started on that shit.
Okay.
LeBron, it's okay if you break protocols. No problem. Kristaps Porzingis hammered with the fine. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Lou Will couldn't even go to the strip club to get wings. LeBron's out here just doing whatever.
Please tell me Courtney's not a LeBron guy or LeBron girl.
No.
LeBron person.
I don't. He made me mad these past couple games, but so I'm gonna say no. I'm not on Team LeBron right now.
What team are you on?
As far as like a player?
Yeah.
Everybody else except for LeBron.
Okay.
Team Embiid.
No. We're pulling for Durant. We're pulling for Durant to win the title.
No, he won't get past the Sixers.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna go with the Nets on that one.
We all got to root for Durant.
Ben's gonna lock him up.
Just so all the crybabies are like, "Well, he's got this super team." Oh, he can't do it.
No,
it's embarrassing.
It's gonna be all the more impressive when the Sixers beat them because they have Kyrie, Durant,
all
Harden.
Those people that said bad words about Durant for joining the Warriors. I hope they cry again. Should be praised for joining the Warriors. It's the best thing that guy ever did.
Might be the
True.
best thing he ever did. Still makes him
And he-
soft.
Not soft, more strong. Power in
No,
numbers.
he's soft. Oh, it's like that meme of it's like LeBron or it's Kevin Durant and it's like it's supposed to be like a quote. Once I was walking down the street and I saw this old guy getting jumped by a bunch of kids. He didn't stand a chance once I jumped in too. Do you ever see that one?
No.
Oh, you gotta look it up. It's funny.
All right.
I did a poor job of explaining it. Trey, do you have anything else
Nope.
in regard to the show?
Nope.
Courtney, anything you want to say before we close it?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. This has been The Lead Word with your host, Trey Doppert, Chad Bauman, producer Courtney Plummer. Follow the show. What is the Twitter for the show now that we've talked about it earlier?
Couldn't tell you.
Vendetta. Well, whatever. You can search for The Lead Word on Twitter and it'll be there. Follow the site, Vendetta_media. You can also like the site on Facebook. We have Instagram. We have Patreon. You can give us money on Patreon. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get the notifications, like the video. Also check out Monkey Knife Fight because they got stuff to make betting easy, apparently. You can bet on all kinds of stuff. And now with the NBA playoffs, you might want to make a little bit of extra change in the pocket. You know, get some stuff there. Check out Symbol. You know, that we're with Symbol too. That you get to basically buy stock on some of these teams to, I don't know exactly what Symbol is, but apparently I've been told it's like stock. Other than that, follow Trey, like I said before, at Trey Daubert. Follow me at Lowfooted. Other than that, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.